does the narcissist or the other abusers come back? The answer to that is most likely yes. 9 times out of 10, yes. They don't always come back, but most of them do. That's because they cannot self-regulate their emotions. You got to understand, like with abusive people, they cannot emotionally self-regulate. That's why they use other people's punching bags. That's why they're miserable. That's why they abuse. And so most of the time they will come back. And here's another thing too. Most abusers, especially a narcissist, have a harem. What a harem is, it's kind of like, think about it like a storage unit, like a garage of people. And they have people lined up in case they cannot self-regulate, which they never can, by the way, but emotionally regulate, put it that way. And when you can't provide that, let's say that, you know, like things are getting a little shaky and stuff like that, or, you know, things are getting a little rocky, they can go into this garage and sue themselves from this person by proxy. And narcissists usually have that. Abusers really have that too, where they have people lined up because they need someone else to go to all the time. And so what happens a lot of the time, especially if you build boundaries, they'll move away a lot quicker. And that's not a bad thing. At first you'd think it's a bad thing, but you'll see, like when you start healing, when you start realizing what you're dealing with, you start realizing that these boundaries are the reason why they went away. And if they're not coming back, I'm promising you, it's because you did your job. You actually put these strong boundaries into place where they couldn't even find the kink in the armor. And that's a beautiful thing. You know, it doesn't feel like that at first, though, I'll be honest. But when you know what you're dealing with and you realize what you were dealing with, you'll see that it was well placed as far as boundaries. And you start actually realizing, when you start putting these boundaries into place, you start seeing people's true colors. And these are healthy boundaries, by the way, I'm talking about. So when they don't come back, it's not a bad thing. And it doesn't mean that you're flawed. It doesn't mean that you weren't worth it. It just meant that you were strong enough where they saw it and they had to run to someone else to sue themselves again. And they're going to repeat the same cycle over and over. Abusers usually repeat the same cycles over and over. So you got away. And so keep it that way. And everything's going to be okay. And let go. Let go in a good way.